Surefire recipe techniques are proven, and they will guarantee results in your kitchen. In front of me, I've got some beautiful rainbow trout that I caught. Now, some of this I used fillets, others I smoked, but in this case, I want to roast it whole. Roasting whole allows you to use all the flavor from the bones as well as the skin. So I'm going to roast these with some beautiful vegetables, but the first step is to make sure to take off the scales, because when that skin is crispy, you're going to want to eat it. Now, the scales go in the direction that the fish swims. So if I gently use my knife and go against the grain, what happens is the scales start to come off. I'm going to take these over to the sink and finish cleaning them. With all the scales removed, this skin is ready to crisp up. The way that you can check to make sure all the scales are removed is to just run your hand along in the opposite direction. You can see that beautiful flesh is ready. The next step for me is to put some really beautiful slits right down in that flesh. What that does is it'll prevent the fish from curling up, and it'll also give me more surface area to make sure that it's nice and crispy. Then turn the trout over, and you'll do the same thing on the other side, spacing your slits right across this beautiful, beautiful flesh. Trout really works with any flavor, and what I've got is I've got some beautiful fennel. This has an anise type of flavor like licorice, also lemon, so you have the brightness of citrus, and then I'm going to add some fresh dill. But the first thing before stuffing it is I want to make sure to open up the inside. I've got flaked sea salt. I want to rain some of that down inside. The fish itself is quite thick, and I want to make sure that I get all of that flavor in there. So I'm going to tuck these in and then just simply begin to stuff it. With the trout perfectly seasoned, I've got to add some really beautiful vegetables. So I've got some baby eggplant. I'm going to add a little bit of fire with some chilies, some nice tomatoes that'll be really adding some sweetness, a little bit of asparagus for a little bit of that bitter astringency, and then a little bit of zucchini. All of these I'm going to make sure to cut roughly the same size so that as the trout finishes, so will my vegetables. With all my vegetables now put in place, I can add just a few more asparagus. I love the colors in this dish already. Now, whole roasting, it's really important to make sure that you leave it uncovered. If at this point we were to cover it, we would get humidity inside. What we want to do is get rid of all of that moisture, and roasting will get that done. My oven's set at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, so I'm going to get it in and start roasting. Look at this incredible finish. Is there anything simpler than cooking in one pan? Whole roasting this line-caught wild trout with all of these vegetables, for me, is the most perfect way to honor this incredible fish.